piece of cake because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Mariota on first down. And that's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively. This is not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey. You got three.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10.
Check three.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first two, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Big edge.
Keep it rolling.
Mike, check. 59.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Set! Flag, 80!
56.
Ready, Keep it rolling.
Sponge.
One.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
One.
third down, Mariota. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give them a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Green,
Super toe.
Ace, ace.
35, watch 35.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Green, 90. Green, 90. Slow.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
One. Set. Where are they, team?
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Three down, three down.
Set. Line, Katie.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
One.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Forced out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Easy.
Three down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
One.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Again, it's Mariota. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Who do you want?
Mariota again. Bird shrugs him aside. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Hey, 4 down.
On 1st and goal, Gurley showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
We got 3 down.
Set. Blue 18.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Keep it rolling.
Motion.
One.
Choose the Mike. Watch Mike.
One.
Go on.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Nice catch. Touchdown. Nice catch, Good job, offense.
Now Crosby for the point after. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
On first down, Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Check the backer. Slam.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Finding room inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try.
Alert, alert. Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. 55.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. He spins free. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One. One.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing, Mariota. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Motion.
To throw is Mariota. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Motion, motion.
1, 1, 1.
Check 59, Mike.
Mike, get hit.
Mike to 59.
1, 1.
I got you.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Let's go.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Blue 18. Mike, get hit.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Let's go.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
1, 1, 1.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
1, 1, 1.
Throwing is Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Z. Check back 33.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready. Green 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 90. Green 90.
On second down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go. Green 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Green 39. Green 39. Watch the edge. Left, 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 left.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd down, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Banjo.
3.
Third and long here for Mariota. Dancing to his left. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
1.
Mariota on 1st down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
3 down.
To the air again, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Eyes on 10.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Ready, green, 39.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dallas Goedert with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ertz has it left side. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
1.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
1. 3.
Check 3.
Mariota now. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
1.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
1.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of things into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Right there, 56.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Mariota again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Blue 80. One.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So out now come the Cardinals. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. 4 down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again, Innocent.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We got 4.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Buying time to his left. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Mitch Unrein that made the tackle.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.